Hello, f***ers! Yup, it's that time once again for Split the Facts with Tira, the show that slaps you so hard and fast with the facts, the ambulance is ready on its way to you. I am your host, Jolly.
And I'm Gloomy.
Well, folks, as promised today, we are going to be looking at the cult known as Fluma Fegel.
Frugal Seimas.
That's what I was going to say, Fungal Sephiroth. But I figure, why don't we just make it a 2-for-1 and do an episode on Lizardman?
What a scaly freak.
Gloomy? Be nice. I mean, true, they are scaly, and freaks, and smelly, and lick their own butts. Wait, what was my point?
You're talking about how all that makes you want to flick your bean.
Oh yeah, there's something about a guy who can bend that Wait, I wasn't talking about that!
Nope. But it's just more blackmail for me.
Damn my short attention span and your willingness to embarrass me.
It's what keeps me trucking. Now get on with the episode before I expose your extensive internet history.
I don't know what you are.
How many pens you could shove up your butt? Furries gone wild. Two fat men fighting over a piece of meat.
Let's look at Lizardman! Fruitful Circus Cats is a cult within Soul Calibur series. Not much is known about them other than their leader is currently a man named Compecru.
Compecto.
And they like to dress in dark robes, and they have their own language, and like to circle jerk each other. The aim of the cult is to live and serve the god of war? The god of war, Kratos? Oh my god, I love those games!
I hate to rain on your parade, my feeble-minded twit, but that's not Kratos. It's actually the god of war, Ares.
But Kratos is on the PSP version of Soul Calibur 4, so there's two God of War?
That's something else altogether.
And wasn't there an Ares in that Injustice game? Is he the same one?
Well, yeah. Technically he's different, but...
So there is 3 of them? Jeez, Louise. You think one of those f***ers would be enough, but 3? Man, this is making me so confused.
I believe you.
Aw, thank you, Gloomy. I think. Anyways, the God of War, the one relevant to the series, demanded that the cult find Soul Edge, continuing a Soul Calibur tradition of gods being lazy bitches and ordering mere mortals to do their dirty work. This would lead the group to making all sorts of twisted shit. Animatronics, this beefy son of a bitch, and the abominations known as the Lizardmen. One of these particular will focus on a Lizardman known as Aeon Kalkos. Aeon was, and stop me if you heard this before, was chosen by Hephaestus to search and destroy Soul Edge.
Looks like old Hephaestus has more than Sophitia in that big bed of his.
Oh, it gets better, Gloomy, my dear. Her flex much didn't find 1 or 2 schmucks to find the sword. Oh, no. He ordered 24 poor souls to their doom.
Man, and I thought we were the cold-blooded killers. I have to take my metaphorical hat off to you, sir.
Aeon would set out on his very own quest. Having received his own blessed sword and shield, Aeon would make his way to a desert in which he got lost and collapsed due to dehydration. However, he would be rescued by people from a nearby village, and as thanks, he offered to help train them to fight. But the evil seed made it less a training session and more like a trial by fire, as the evil seed would cause Aeon to turn into a brutal, insane killer, murdering everyone within the village.
Oh boy, Hephatus. You're quickly making me a big fan of yours.
Aeon would be kidnapped by the Federal Centipede, and they would perform horrible experiments on poor Aeon, transforming him into the first of the Lizardmen. From there, Compactor ordered Aeon to kidnap Rock's son Bangu to lure Rock into a trap, which we covered last time on Splitting the Facts, and Aeon was tasked with acquiring Soul Edge from Nightmare, so he, along with Astaroth, began serving Nightmare, gathering souls for Soul Edge. Sadly, later on, Soul Edge would be destroyed by those f***ing c***ers, Kil-Xia-Max. When this happened, Aeon snapped out of his brainwashing and wandered the land to find a cure for his monstrous state. Personally, I think he's good as he is.
It still freaks me out. How the fuck do you just grow a tail like that?
You wanna know what I think?
No.
I think it was that time I showed you all those Lizardman dong pictures that people made with the Create a Souls mode in SC6. You were freaked out by that.
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh, by the way, do you want to see the other dong?
Do I ever? Ow!
Now get on with the program, you stupid perverted freak!
Okay, jeez! Aeon would eventually decide to try his luck at the Fire My Ass You Must hideout, hoping to find any way to revert to normal, but the shrine was in ruins, lost without hope. Aeon cursed the god that had seemingly turned his back on him.
Which, if you remember, he did the same thing with Sophitia. I have no idea what Hephaestus is up to, but goddamn I am loving his work.
Aeon would cast away the weapons that were given to him, picked up an axe and shield. He would try to acquire Soul Edge to slay the god that forsaken him. Aeon would eventually lose his mind and heart to his monstrous side. The other lizard men would gather around him, their animal instincts leading them to battle each other until a leader was crowned. Aeon was the one to be leader, being that he was the biggest, violent, and the most bloodthirsty of them all. But even so, he would have dreams of his past life as a human. He wanted to reclaim his soul, so he reaffirmed his search for Soul Edge, which, my dude, you're a perfect, remorseless killing machine. Have a freaking ball, I say. Obviously, Aeon failed to get his hands on Soul Edge, not because Siegfried destroyed it, but you're Lizardman. You think the writers are gonna let you near that blade? Time would pass, and Aeon would go into hiding, becoming more animal-like. He would kill and eat anything. Man, I want him as a pet.
Remember the last pet I let you keep?
Timmy the Badger?
Before that.
Ricardo the Raccoon?
Before that.
Oh, Willie the One-Eyed Snake.
I can't believe you talked me into that one, but no. Okay, different question. Do you remember what happened to them? They kept running away because you are f***ing annoying.
But there was Darren the Raven. He's my favorite. Remember when I asked him to recon Raphael's castle?
And tell me, please humor me, how many times did you see him after that?
0. Oh my god!
Oh, don't worry, my stupid, incompetent sidekick. I have just a remedy for your pain.
You do? Ow! What was I talking about again?
Lizardman kills and eats.
Oh yeah. So when dwelling in a cave one day, Aeon heard a voice in the distance. Devour all, and your wish shall surely come true. From that moment on, any time, he would consume the flesh of any other living thing he would Without a better phrase to use, inherit a trait from the thing he would later out. I mean, look at this beautiful son of a bitch! Where do I even start? He's almost perfection.
Almost?
Yeah. Give me a sec.
You still freak me the fuck out, you ugly mutant bastard.
Behold, Gloomy. Perfection. What do you think?
You know what, Jolly? You make me appreciate true artists.
Oh, you think I am that good?
So good that it makes my head hurt.
Oh, wow. Such compliments. I mean, I thought the minigun was a bit much, but you think it adds to the picture?
Is that what that is? I mean, it really is the cherry on the top of the thing you got there.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, I better wrap up this episode. I'ma upload this to DeviantArt and make a ton of cash and commissions. Gloomy, your final thoughts, please?
So, Lizardman, or Aeon Calcos, if you will. Gotta say, when you first hear about the guy, you think he's a joke character, a jobber to the stars. But he's really quite an evolving character, in appearance, style, and plot. He's a fallen angel, but thrives in his new body, with it seemingly being his choice, embracing his wild side. A monster that gains abilities based on what he eats? God, I f***ing love Soul Calibur. I'd love to see what they can add to this motherfucker. As far as improvements, they need to focus on his story. I'd say make him either go against the god who turned his back on him, or make him king of the Lizardmen and cause havoc. Keep that his focal point. And as a side note, just get to what makes him interesting sooner. He's got a real chance of being a fan favorite the next game.
And Namco, if you are listening, please give him that f***ing minigun, or even better, attach that f***ing minigun to my back. Yeah, baby, you're gonna be so f***ing OP in the next game. Anyway, folks, that is it for this episode of Splitting the Facts with Tira. I've been your host, Jolly.
I really want to stab you all in the eye.
And remember, the next time you go outside, you could be killed by a bus. Bye-bye. Bike, chocolate, and sadness. Race, dragon, and believe. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Meh, close enough.